Here we go. Final seconds.
Clutch is his name. Talking sports is his game.
End zone. Touchdown with no time left.
Pushing the limits.
They win on the last play of the ball game.
There are no limits.
Are you kidding?
Who can you count on to make the last throw or shot?
Wow, and the game is over.
Mikey Clutch. This is the final play.
Unbelievable.
We are back. We are back. Welcome into the final play with Mikey Clutch. I'm your host, Mikey Clutch. We're live. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and X. We're everywhere. Got so much going on right now. We're here. Super Bowl. We finally made it. Tomorrow kicks off. We got the Seahawks, Patriots. If you did not catch Justin and I breaking down or picking our favorite props for tomorrow on last Monday, check it out. It'll be on YouTube and X. Yeah, we're here. How do I gotta? For those that are watching on IG with the portrait, there we go. I gotta get centered. I gotta get nice and centered. Yeah, basically just gonna be a Super Bowl show. I'll just quickly at the end touch on the WM Waste Management Open in Phoenix, PGA, one of the more fun, probably the most fun tournament that's not a major. And then next month kicks off the goodies because we got the Players next month. That's by far the best tournament outside of the majors. And then a month away from Augusta and the Masters. Checking out Scotty Scheffler, kind of roaring back. He's 8 under for the tournament, 3 back from the lead. He's about to approach the final hole. But we're here because there's a big game, number 60, the Super Bowl. I just mentioned Patriots, Seahawks in Santa Clara, where the Niners call home. Gonna give up my pick now. It's been rough for the Patriots as far as the offense goes here in these playoffs to start. Kind of ran through a gauntlet as far as playing defenses, and it doesn't get easier with the Seahawks. I'll give my pick at the end, kind of do the debt-free pick one for this one. But, yeah, I mean, they have had a rough time. Offensive line has not been able to hold up. May be an issue playing against the Seattle defense that they just create pressure and they're able to cover on the back end, the rush for, and give these corners plenty of opportunities to cover. So one day away. Hopefully you got your prop picks in. I think I called heads. Heads was my pick as far as the coin toss goes. 50-50 chance. Hey, that's just going to be my call. But back to the game, I think the Patriots should have some success. Now, I mentioned the gauntlet, right? And a lot of people were kind of pointing to the fact that it was also cold weather that they were playing in. It's going to be very nice. The nicest weather they're going to play in all postseason so far. But 2 weeks. You get 2 weeks to prepare for the Super Bowl. It really kind of evens the playing field. I think Josh McDaniels being in his fifth Super Bowl, as a coordinator, he kind of knows what's going to go on. He knows the drill, as far as being prepared, and he's seen it before. This is not his first rodeo. And I think Mike Vrabel have playing in a few Super Bowls gives them a good edge. This is Sam Darnold's first Super Bowl. This is Mike McDonald's first Super Bowl coaching. So not a lot of familiarity for players and coaches in Seattle or the Patriots for that matter. But so I think it's gonna be close. I think it's gonna be close. I believe the line is still 4.5 in the favor of the Seahawks. But it's the Super Bowl. Anything can happen. We've had some good ones the last few years. You know, high scoring ones. Now, you can say it wasn't that good of a Super Bowl last year because the Chiefs got blown out by the Eagles. But I don't know. I just think offensively, and like I said, both teams are going to be prepared. I just don't count the Patriots out. The line is still 4.5 in Seattle's favor. I'll again give my pick later, but I think Seattle side of things, New England has shown hard to cover in the secondary, especially number one receivers, especially a guy like JSN. So we'll see what the game plan is for Mike Vrabel as far as trying to contain JSN, because we've seen him offensive player of the year. I don't know. I think this is going to be a little bit more scoring game than it's led up to be. I do like JSN to probably go over his yards. Watch out for Cooper Kupp to be a factor in this one. For New England side of things, I think Stevenson is going to be featured a lot, and just give him the ball. I think he's going to be big in the passing game as well. Patriots and Josh McDaniels, you know, especially if this offensive line hasn't shown that they can manage against solid pass rushes, and I think it's going to be a hard go at it. So I think if you can get him the ball quickly out of the backfield, and we'll see Travion Henderson if he's going to be a factor. He was coming on late in the season, and all of a sudden not really touching the ball at all. I know he got hurt, I think, in that first or the second playoff game, if I'm not mistaken, against Houston. Early in that game, he got a little banged up. So I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe they're waiting to unleash him here in this game, because he's a big play, home run capability waiting to happen. And yeah, I kind of think that if they can somehow find ways to get him into space and breaking a long one, it can kind of open up opportunities against the Seattle defense. As far as passing, I think it's been known that tight ends can kind of have good days. So look for Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper, a little bonus prop pick. Watch for him to be in the end zone in this one, especially if New England gets down close to the goal line. Watch out for that. Stephon Diggs, could he be a factor? I'm kind of interested to see who Seattle kind of keys in on for the Patriots as far as trying to stop them offensively. I think Diggs probably and Stevenson should be priority. But again, it's just, you get 2 weeks to prepare. You get new wrinkles on the offensive side of things. What plays have not been used, special, or trick plays. You're basically throwing the kitchen sink at both, defenses in the Super Bowl. But again, Seattle probably has the advantage. We've seen in years past top defenses that finish, top 5 statistically in the league have a good chance to win in the big game overall. So I think it's going to be a lot for the Patriots to handle offensively as far as their line. But I don't know. I'm hoping that they can kind of get things tightened up in practices leading up to the game, or at least hopefully they did do that leading up to the game, because there's no more practices before tomorrow. Maybe a walkthrough today. That's about it. But yeah, I'm excited for the big game. Hopefully we get somewhat of a shootout. Now, I'm not predicting 50 points in this one. I'm I'm thinking the score is going to be like a 28-25 type, 28-24, whichever way. Well, I guess that puts it over 50. My math does not check out, apparently. But yeah, overall, I'm leaning. I've been back and forth all week. I think it kind of goes to that saying, paralysis from analysis. It's just you get 2 weeks to prepare and really look over the game and both teams, how they fared against opposition all season, how they fared in the postseason so far, and you just kind of so much data you go through, and you just can't make a decision. I was leaning heavily one team all the way up until yesterday and today, and now I'm kind of feel like I'm flip flopping on who I think is going to win. It's just you just go through it, you kind of go through the ebbs and flows, but I think I'm going to stick with my original gut instinct on this, and I'm gonna go. Well, before I make the pick, I guess it should be done. Is the debt-free pick 3?
We don't do anything illegal.
Debt-free pick 3.
Look what I found in my pocket! Look! A year's salary right here! What I call them? A fun coupon!
This is the Debt-free pick 3
On the final play!
With Mikey Clutch.
So originally, 4.5, I think might be a fair number. And I could very well regret my pick. But I'm kind of going to stick with my original thought and not go with what I kind of was thinking yesterday and today. I kind of had a feeling maybe Seattle does win this one. The defense is really good. And my original pick was the Patriots to cover 4.5. I'm still going to stick with the Patriots. But again, I've been going back and forth. I really like Seattle's defense. Seattle was my pick to win the division in the beginning of the year. Defensively, I thought they had a real good shot at the Super Bowl. Now, of course, I did pick Green Bay and Buffalo to be in this game, and both teams kind of flopped. Just did not have a strong showing. A lot of injuries for the Green Bay side. Buffalo side, again, have no idea how you're not in this game. You have Josh Allen. This was your year. You've been so close, but it just changes had to be made, and they were. So I don't know. I really do like Seattle. I might kick myself. But I have to go with New England. I think I'm going to go with my score 28-25. Again, it goes to the preparation. You get 2 weeks to prepare, to really hone in on the weaknesses of the Seattle's defense. Try and figure out ways to help out your offensive line to neutralize and kind of keep that pass rush at bay. I just think they're going to be able to do it with Vrabel and McDaniels. I just feel like they're elite preppers. Now, I guess I'm kind of selling Mike McDonald short. He has shown, and Mike McDonald's done a hell of a job. And he's honestly what scares me on the Seattle side. And with the way Darnold has been playing, it really does scare me. And I'm putting a lot of faith in Drake May and this young Patriots team to get the job done in a really big spot. But yeah, I guess I'm going New England to win outright, but for sure to cover the 4.5. I feel like this is a field goal game. Now, it might be even uglier than a 28-25 game. We might see a 20-17 game. Who knows? Or a 24-20 game. But I'm going to ride with the Patriots. They were my initial gut pick, so I'm going to stick with my gut and not be bogged down by all the research that had been made. But I guess that's it. Kind of a quick show today. Really, really quick one. It's just one game to break down. On the year for the debt-free pick 3, 32 and 32. So this right here breaks the tie no matter what. So hopefully I get it right so that way I can say I finished over 500 with my picks during the season. And before I go, let's see, like Scotty Scheffler here, putting for birdie to go 9 under for the tournament and to be 2 back of the lead right as of what it stands right now. He's probably got like a good 25-footer. It's on the way. Can he finish with a long birdie? And he just missed it. As you know, I'm a big Scotty Scheffler fan, world number 1. But listen, he was +2 or plus, what was he, +1 yesterday to start? And he went 6 under or +2 to start. Just went 6 under. He went 4 under today. And it's only 3 back. That's crazy. But Siwoo Kim, to talk about Siwoo Kim right now, he is probably, besides Goddard, one of the hottest golfers in the game to start this season. He's been in contention. He had a huge day yesterday to come back. He's tied for the lead. So we'll see how the WM shakes out tomorrow. It's probably going to be done right at kickoff for the Super Bowl. So we'll see. But that's going to do it for me in the final play. Don't forget to follow on all socials. You see it scrolling. If you're on IG, YouTube, and X right now, you see it scrolling. I don't have it on TikTok. But yeah, all socials at TFP Mikey Clutch. And again, that's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and X, the big X. But enjoy. Hopefully you be safe out there because I know there's a lot of Super Bowl parties. But have fun. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Goodbye.